The year is 2024. The familiar neon glow of red number 3, a synthetic food dye, illuminates countless supermarket aisles. It colors candies, brightens sodas, and adorns a vast array of processed foods. Yet behind this vibrant facade lies a contentious debate. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, is poised to make a decision that could reshape the landscape of food additives in America. Will they finally ban red number 3? The FDA's review of red number 3 is not a new development. Concerns about its safety have simmered for decades, prompting investigations and regulatory scrutiny. The agency's impending decision carries significant weight. It reflects evolving scientific understanding, changing consumer preferences, and the delicate balance between industry interests and public health. This decision holds the potential to reverberate far beyond the realm of food coloring. It could set a powerful precedent for the regulation of other controversial additives. It underscores the crucial role of scientific evidence, consumer advocacy, and government oversight in shaping the food we consume. The future of food safety in America may very well hinge on the FDA's verdict on red number 3. Red number 3, also known as erythrocene or FD and C-red no. 3 first graced the American food landscape in 1969. Its approval by the FDA marked the beginning of its ubiquitous presence in processed foods. The dye's allure was undeniable. It delivered a vivid, eye-catching red hue that proved irresistible to food manufacturers. However, the dye's popularity was soon met with scrutiny. Concerns about its potential health effects began to surface, casting a shadow over its once bright reputation. In 1990, the FDA took a decisive step by banning red number 3 from cosmetics and topical medications. This decision stemmed from animal studies that linked high doses of the dye to cancer. Despite this action, the FDA maintained that red number 3 remained safe for consumption in food at typical levels. This decision was based on the assumption that the amounts ingested through food were significantly lower than those shown to cause harm in animal studies. However, this stance did little to quell the growing unease surrounding the safety of red number 3. The debate over red number 3 highlights the complexities of food additive regulation. It underscores the challenges of extrapolating findings from animal studies to human health outcomes. It also reveals the delicate balancing act between managing potential risks and allowing the continued use of a widely used ingredient. One of the most pressing concerns surrounding red number 3 centers on its potential impact on children's behavior. Numerous studies have suggested a link between the consumption of synthetic food dyes, including red number 3, and adverse behavioral effects in children. These studies have revealed a disturbing pattern. Children who consume diets high in synthetic food dyes appear to be more susceptible to hyperactivity, inattention, and other behavioral problems. These findings have raised alarm bells among parents, educators, and health professionals alike. The California Environmental Protection Agency conducted a comprehensive review of over 25 studies on synthetic food dyes. The results were striking. More than half of the studies pointed to a correlation between these dyes and negative behavioral outcomes in children. This review provided further credence to the growing body of evidence, suggesting a link between red number 3 and behavioral issues. The shadow of cancer has long loomed over the debate surrounding red number 3. While the FDA banned the dye from cosmetics and topical medications due to cancer concerns, its continued use in food has perpetuated anxieties. The 1990 ban stemmed from animal studies that revealed a disturbing trend. High doses of red number 3 led to an increased incidence of thyroid tumors in rats. These findings sent shockwaves through the scientific community, prompting a reassessment of the dye's safety profile. The FDA acknowledged the carcinogenicity observed in animal studies but maintained that the levels of red number 3 consumed through food were unlikely to pose a significant cancer risk to humans. This assertion, however, has done little to quell the concerns of many scientists and consumer advocacy groups. Critics argue that the FDA's reliance on dosage thresholds derived from animal studies may not adequately account for potential long-term effects or the unique vulnerabilities of children. They point out that children, with their developing bodies and higher food consumption relative to body weight, may be at increased risk from chronic exposure to even low levels of red number 3. Around the world, many countries are taking significant steps to regulate or even ban certain substances. These measures are often driven by growing health concerns and the need to protect public safety. Some nations have already implemented strict restrictions, while others are in the process of reviewing their policies. It's a dynamic landscape, and the situation continues to evolve as more data becomes available. In Europe, for instance, several countries have imposed bans on specific chemicals, citing their potential risks to human health. Meanwhile, in Asia, regulatory bodies are also stepping up their efforts to control the distribution and usage of these substances. It's clear that international cooperation and shared knowledge are crucial in addressing these challenges. By working together, countries can develop more effective strategies to safeguard their populations. The food industry, well, they have a lot at stake here. Companies are pushing back, arguing that the additive is safe, based on their studies. They emphasize the potential economic impact of a ban, highlighting job losses and increased costs for consumers. On the other side, consumer groups are vocal in their demand for stricter regulations. They argue that public health should come first, pointing to independent studies that raise concerns about the additive's safety. Regulatory bodies are caught in the middle, trying to balance industry interests with consumer safety. If a ban were to be implemented, it could lead to significant changes in the food industry. Companies would need to reformulate products, which could mean higher costs and changes in taste. Consumers might see fewer choices on the shelves, but, on the other hand, it could also lead to safer food options. Looking ahead, the future of food safety in America is at a crossroads. Will we see more stringent regulations and a shift towards natural ingredients? Or will industry influence continue to shape our food policies? One thing is clear, the debate over food safety is far from over.